Arknights. Most of you have kind of seen the progression of the Arknights content, from the very beginning in which I started the account all the way up to when I sort of stopped. You watched the rants, laughed at my very unsuccessful attempts at clearing content, and have vaguely watched at least a vast majority of the Arknights content I made, whether that be the reviews, the rants, or other things. And so with that in mind, today I want to talk about why I actually play the game. Because if you're an outside viewer and don't interact with me inside the Discord server, or outside of it really, then you may just think I either hate the game or quit the game entirely, which isn't necessarily true. I do still log on to Arknights. I play a vast majority of different gacha games, so I don't necessarily dedicate all my time to Arknights, but I do still play it nonetheless. If you're wondering why there's never any new footage in the background, it's because half the time I'm just farming the same stage over and over again. So there's not really a difference if I decide, oh hey, let me re-record me farming this exact same stage. No, I could just throw it in the background anyway. And that's why I put Genshin or something else in the background, because it's a bit more unique. But continuing on with my previous train of thought, I do still like Arknights. I don't think it's perfect. I've made a video on that. Watch that if you haven't already. But I do think it's a very, very good game. And I do think the music is, I'm not going to lie, the music is a very big part in why I enjoy the game. Let's be honest here, Arknights music is a banger. Every song, most of the time, is really good. So I think it's not, unfair to say that Arknights does have a lot of good things going for it, and the character designs are one of them. Now, I have mentioned that I am, to a degree, used to other gacha games and their variations of characters. From the image you initially get to the live 2Ds, or even the live 2Ds in something like Azure Lane, which I plan to make a video on as well, to Genshin's 3D models and so on, I do think Arknights does pale in comparison in certain aspects. Don't get me wrong, I understand that certain units do have entire live 2Ds dedicated to them, but it's just not widespread enough for me to warrant saying, oh yeah, it's on the same level as something like Blue Archive or Azure Lane. Now, in that same vein, I won't discount the fact that there are a lot of skins. I won't discount the fact that the skins can be purchased with currency that you can essentially grind through completing certain stages. I also won't discount the fact that, there are a lot of events that do give a lot of rewards aside from just the pulling currency. And you do get free units, and you do get headhunting permits. So from a basic standpoint of a gacha game, yeah, I think the game does throw a lot at you, and I do think that if you're rerolling a lot, the tutorial can get very, very annoying. Like the first 10 or so stages are very heavily handheld, and then it kind of lets you go a little bit, not too much. I think towards the end of that chapter, it does let you go. But overall, I think the introduction experience is rather nice. For me, whilst I did say that the character aspect did fall apart and the story wasn't necessarily interesting to me, I can understand that to a degree it may be led up, and that may be due to a lot of the interactions I've had with Arknights players. Now, don't get me wrong, I do understand that hype has a pretty large impact on your experience and your perception of a story. People say this story is amazing. You are very inclined to have high expectations, and I think I had high expectations walking in to Arknights story just because of how amazing people made it seem, and then it just kind of dropped the ball for me. I understand that you can absolutely enjoy it. So as a direct result of that, I will say the story itself doesn't appeal to me. The characters themselves feel very flat, but it's probably due to the fact that you don't really interact with them once you get them. You pull a unit and it's like, yeah, they're there. There's no sort of dedicated storyline that I can necessarily follow, and considering a lot of it just boils down to a text document, I can kind of read that. Or at least I can read it elsewhere. So with all that being said, even despite the mauling and the rage I felt at certain stages, I do legitimately enjoy the gameplay loop of Arknights. Don't get me wrong, I take issue with a lot of things to do with the game. For instance, like how there's no repeatable farming option, and I have to individually sit and watch auto deploy for about 3 minutes before a stage completes and then do it again. Especially if I'm farming one specific material, where the limiting factor isn't necessarily the strength of my units, but instead how quickly the game is going to dole out the enemies, then yeah, I'm a little bit angry, I'm a little bit miffed about that. But ultimately, I enjoy the gameplay of Arknights. Character designs, great. Music, great. I think generally it's quality of life features alongside some story that I just don't care for or don't like in general. And so for me personally, Arknights kind of falls flat. It's kind of a middling game because it's not something I absolutely enjoy to the point where I'm going to continuously come back no matter what. I don't feel the urge to log in every day. I feel the urge to log in and claim my monthly pass. That's essentially the closest thing to active and, desire to play. And that's kind of been how I've been operating for about a week or so. So, you gotta get a vague idea of what I like and what I don't like. But for me, that's it. That's why I play Arknights. Why do you play Arknights? I want to know. This is a short video, so hey, just give me your thoughts down below. Consider subscribing. I do plan on making about 1 to 2 videos every day. I'm thinking about 2 videos every day. One of some other random ass topic, and then the second one is probably gonna be Arknights. So if that interests you, hey, subscribe. But yeah, that's gonna be it for this one. Hope you enjoyed. Goodbye. How many of you in the current event section do play Arknights? Wait, hold up. Let me just check your roles instead. It's way easier.
I mean, literally all of us here are probably playing Arknights.
True,
I
possibly.
don't. Well, I'm not talking about
Okay,
luck.
but Luck, listen here. You're missing
Why
out
is it always me?
on. Okay, what about?
Why is it always
Can we
me?
talk about the fox though? Luck. Actually, hold up. I just want to mention
There's so
to
many-
everybody here that I got Mizuki and I'm happy. So yeah, I got the cat. I got the jellyfish. I'm saying cat.
I'm gonna ban you.
We got a hat. You can't.
Boy,
Everybody's a mod. You're the trial mod.
God damn.
I'm much higher than you in mod hierarchy. You remember that?
There is a hierarchy now. Okay, so final rating on Arknights.
9 out of 10.
9 out of 10? Okay, we got a 9 out of 10 here. Your color is going to be purple. I want you to know that.
Yeah, I know.
I give 8.
Yes,
What?
I'm very much a virgin and single.
Me,
fucking
I am
great.
too. And this
I do believe the archive is definitely one of the most horniest fan base out
Yes, but look at how welcoming we
Definitely.
are.
That's true.
What?
Yes,
That is
we
true.
welcome you.
Yeah.
Enjoy the
the fuck
honey.
up, Luck.
No,
Yeah.
it's fine. I have the power of technology. It's something called headphones.
Yes, me too. It's great. But
Yeah, it's great.
It's
good
the power of
headphones.
country.
non-voice, however, is just a trip sometimes. I feel so bad for anyone who's not here and just comes into non-voice hours and is so confused.
Hello, anybody joining the voice chat now? Hello.
We've been here
We are currently talking about Kani.
Yes. People like Kanye so
Cute
much. I don't
and
know
funny.
why.
Okay.
Feel free to share your experiences with things cute and funny.
This community is so down bad for this Woosty, you know.
But look what
Bro,
the
I'm
fuck
so
going
down.
on.
Bro, I'm down bad. I'm down horrendous. I'm down tremendous for Hoshino.
Okay, so I'm trying to think of how I want to make this thumbnail.
Oh,
This is a
okay.
freaking
true.
this is a fuck ton of JFL art, I'll admit. Like so fucking much.
You can go for like it's just 7 or 8 years old. It's old as fuck and it should be a lot of art.
Okay, 33K? I approve. This is a good game. Play it.
Wow.
No, I think the JFL characters are actually
but
pretty
can
good.
anyone hear me?
Yes.
Hello.
Hello.
You finally speak yourself.
Can you hear us though?
I don't think he can.
No, I don't think he can.
No.
Are you okay, my guy?
Yeah.
Wait a minute. Hold up. I'm gonna. Okay, if I leave, can I leave? If I leave and come back. Okay.
Okay, we can start. We can start a revolution now, guys.
Don't. No.
Oh,
Luck. Luck.
what?
Okay.
No, luck.
Okay, luck. Okay,
Not
luck.
yet. Not
What?
yet.
What?
Well
What?
then,